Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel, and today we have something that is absolutely going to blow your minds, because the internet has been in a complete frenzy over what appears to be the most significant leak in Marvel Cinematic Universe history. And if these images are real, we are looking at a complete game changer for the upcoming phases of the MCU. We have obtained what look like legitimate set photos from a production that could be Spider-Man 4, or potentially even Avengers Secret Wars. And the implications here are terrifyingly massive, because we aren't just seeing returning favorites, but we are seeing brand new casting that fans have been theorizing about for years. Let's start with the first image that is currently circulating on every forum and social media platform, which appears to be a paparazzi-style shot taken from a hidden vantage point, possibly a fire escape, or a window across the street showing a scene being filmed in New York City. In this frame, we clearly see Tom Holland returning as Peter Parker, and standing right next to him is Benedict Cumberbatch in full costume as Dr. Stephen Strange. But the person standing across from them is who has everyone screaming because it looks undeniably like Stranger Things superstar Sadie Sink. For months, the rumor mill has been spinning that Sadie Sink was being eyed for a major role in the MCU, with most people betting on her playing a multiverse variant of Gwen Stacy, or perhaps the MCU's introduction to the X-Men as Jean Grey. And looking at this leaked photo with her distinct red hair and that green and yellow jacket, which pays a subtle homage to the classic comic book costumes, it heavily suggests she is indeed playing Jean Grey. The body language in the photo is intense, with Peter and Strange looking concerned, while Sadie's character seems to be delivering bad news. And the fact that this photo was taken from such a sneaky angle gives it a layer of authenticity that you just don't get with standard promotional material, making it feel like a genuine slip-up from Marvel security. But if you thought that was the biggest reveal, you need to buckle up, because the second image we have to discuss takes the multiverse concept and completely shatters the ceiling of what we thought was possible in a Marvel movie. We have acquired a second image that appears to be taken from a high-rise building looking down into the streets of New York, specifically Times Square, and it depicts a catastrophic battle that I don't think anyone saw coming. In the center of the street, surrounded by destruction and terrified civilians, we see the Incredible Hulk locked in combat with none other than King Kong. I know what you are thinking. You are thinking that King Kong belongs to the Monsterverse and this has to be fake. But remember that with the Multiverse saga currently in full swing and Secret Wars on the horizon, we are entering an era where legal boundaries between franchises might be blurring, or this could be a specific variant timeline where these monsters exist. If you look closely at the background of this massive wide shot, you can see digital billboards lighting up the dark, stormy sky with the text NYC Battle of the Beasts, which implies that this isn't just a random encounter but rather an organized event. Perhaps a gladiator-style match orchestrated by a villain like Mojo, or even the Grandmaster on a Battle World version of New York. The lighting in the shot is dark and moody, with a heavy contrast between the red emergency lights and the green skin of the Hulk. And the scale is just breathtaking, showing that if this is Spider-Man 4, then Peter Parker is way out of his depth, fighting street-level crime because the city is literally being torn apart by titans. The combination of these two leaks paints a very specific picture, where perhaps Dr. Strange has recruited Peter Parker to help fix a fracturing reality, where different universes are bleeding into one another, which would explain why a mutant like Jean Grey and a titan like King Kong are in the same city at the same time. Of course, we have to look at this with a healthy dose of skepticism, because we know that artificial intelligence and Photoshop wizards are getting better every single day, and there is a possibility that these are high-level concept art pieces that were pitched to the studio and somehow made their way out of the server room. But even if these are just concepts, they reveal the ambition that Marvel Studios has for this next chapter. They are clearly aiming to go bigger than Endgame and bigger than No Way Home by bringing in fan-favorite castings like Sadie Sink and pitting the strongest Avenger against cinema's most iconic monster. I want you to pause the video and look at the details in the Doctor Strange cloak and the texture on King Kong's fur, because the level of detail is what makes this so convincing and so controversial at the same time. We are going to be keeping a very close eye on any official announcements from Kevin Feige or Sony regarding these photos, but for now, this is the best look we have at what the future holds for Tom Holland's Spider-Man. I want to know your theories in the comments down below. Do you think Sadie Sink is playing Jean Grey or Gwen Stacy? And who do you think actually wins in a fight between the MCU Hulk and King Kong, because that is a matchup I would pay good money to see in IMAX. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because if more photos leak from this set, you know we are going to cover it immediately right here on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.